I'll show you how to fully automate your YouTube analytics with n8n. No more spreadsheets or manual data entry. In part 1, we set up the basics. Now, in part 2, I'll break down every single node's configuration, step by step, so you can set this up yourself with zero guesswork. For lawyers, accountants, and pros, more time for strategy, less time in spreadsheets. Automating your stats is a powerful first step, but if you've ever tried building this workflow yourself, you know the real challenge is the setup. Most tutorials skip the exact settings or move too fast for you to follow. That's why so many professionals end up stuck, guessing which fields to fill and how to connect everything together. Let's be honest, every minute spent troubleshooting or guessing missing details is time your competitors are using to build targeted content and capture leads. If your automation isn't set up perfectly, your analytics can mislead you, and you'll waste precious hours making videos that don't move the needle. Let's make sure you never get stuck again. I'll walk you through the exact configuration of every n8n node in this workflow. After each step, I'll explain why it matters. So, if you missed part 1, watch YouTube stats on Autopilot for your basic setup. In my workflow, I include a second path for a second channel and a merge node, but most of you only need one channel. Ignore that part and follow the main path. Okay, here you see the entire workflow. But remember, I have 2 channels, which is why you see 2 paths and a merge node. Normally for you, you'd probably only just have this one path without the merge node. So we start off with the first step 1 is a scheduled trigger, which is triggered to start every Saturday at 9 a.m. So let's take a look inside. So here, the trigger interval is weeks. So weeks between triggers is 1, so that'll happen every week. Which day? It'll happen on a Saturday, and at 9 a.m. and 0 for the minute. So that's exactly at 9 a.m. for the rule. So this automation is set to start automatically every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. So why does this node matter? Well, it starts collecting your stats so you can stay current with 0 manual reminders. Step 2, we have an HTTPS node to retrieve your YouTube channel details. Here you'll use a get method, and normally just the authentication is none. You can add your own if you want. And for the URL, the URL contains a channel ID and an API key as shown here. Notice that the URL requires both of these, the channel ID and the API key. So you need to have both of those. If you need to find your channel ID, you can go to your main channel, click on a video, and copy what comes after the slash, as shown here in this example. This is your channel ID. If you need a YouTube API key, visit this URL, console.cloud.google.com, to find instructions on setting up your key. Once you have both your channel ID and your YouTube API key, you can complete this node by updating this URL. So why does this node matter? Well, it pulls fresh stats for you to store in your Notion database. Step 3, we have a code node, which formats your channel's metrics. Now, since you already have one channel, you can ignore this multi-channel code here at the beginning. And you only really need to concentrate on this return section. This returns the snapshot title, the channel title, subscribers, views, videos published, and date. Why this node matters? It returns the raw data into clean, organized fields for tracking. Step 4, Notion node, where we store the YouTube channel metrics into the Notion database. So here you use your credential that you had previously set up to connect to Notion. The resource type is the database page. Operation we're going to create. And we're going to use from your list. So you select your Notion database that you're going to store these metrics into. And then we have the title coming from the JSON snapshot title. It's going into the title field in Notion. Next, we have the channel title in Notion being set to this JSON field. Next, we have subscribers count. Views lifetime. Videos published. And the date. So why does this node matter? Well, all your metrics are now searchable in Notion, ready for a review. Step 5, we have a second Notion node to retrieve the previous week's snapshot. So once again, you set up your Notion credential. The resource is a database page. The operation is to get many from your same database, Notion database. And we're going to retrieve it based on 2 filters. So first you want to set the filter to build manually and must match any filter. So the 2 filters are, we have a channel title equals, and this will be the title that comes through, and the date before, and this is going to be the start date. That'll filter last week's snapshot and pull it. So why does this matter? It allows you to compare this week's snapshot to last week's snapshot. Step 6, we have a second code node to extract the previous week's snapshot ID. So here you see the code to grab the previous snapshot ID. And why does this node matter? Well, linking snapshots lets you track changes and keep data clean. step 7, we have a third Notion node to update the raw snapshot with the previous snapshot ID. So this will be stored in the new snapshot. Once again, we're using the same Notion credentials. The resource is a database page. The operation, we're going to update it. And we're going to find the page by ID. So why does this matter? It keeps your data historically linked for easy reference. And then step 8 is the email or Slack notification node to send a completion notification. Now remember I said earlier, the only reason I had this merge node is because I actually have 2 channels, so I have 2 identical paths, but you will not need this merge node. So to set up an email node, you'll set up your credential for an SMTP account. The operation will be send. Your add your from email, which could be like a generic company email. And your to email is the person or the group email that you want this notification to go to. You can add a subject such as YouTube stats. Set the email format to HTML and paste in the actual code, HTML code that you want for the email message. So why does this node matters? Well, you get successful completion reports in your inbox. So with this workflow, your channel stats are always up to date, no more manual tracking or missed update. Want the complete workflow guide? Just follow the link in the description and enter your email, and I'll send the PDF, fully documented, step by step, plus bonus resources. And subscribe for weekly AI and automation tips. Hit the bell so you never miss a pro-level tutorial. And tell me in the comments, what's your biggest challenge with YouTube analytics or automation? I reply to everyone, and your question might be featured in a future video.